You said that the question, who am I,
Yes.
is important to you or even to Indian
Indians.
culture?
It's very important to Indian culture
Yeah.
because we are always reminded of what you are doing and who you are, you know.
Yeah.
So we also give up a lot of things because of that. You say for the family, for the child, for somebody. We never live for oneself. It's always that you live for somebody else. And so it's very important to give than to get. So giving is very, very important. Giving not materially only, but giving from our hearts. So that we are taught to the children that when you give, there is a sense of joy. When you give, there is a sense of happiness.
Are there traditional forms or even ceremonies where this question is posed to the children?
Yes, it is. Because the ultimate end of all the ceremonies is to help you to go towards the path. Because I was very upset when my mother would say, sit down and pray and pray to the elder in the family and come to the temple and chant this. And I was very upset. But today I am thinking that it has helped me to ask deeper questions, to bear, to tolerate, to give. You know.
Okay. So ceremonies can be used for living with the questions like
Yes,
this.
very true. Because it's not important whether the story is true or false.
No.
And it's not important whether there was a demon who existed or not. The ultimate question is, what is that within you that you are going to solve? How I manage my life. How I am going to be, not a burden to anybody, but to be able to live a fruitful life. So every now and then we are coming back to what is the purpose of your life. What is the actual purpose? Not just making money and earning and doing all this, but there is something beyond that always is reminded. Like two railway tracks, it runs parallelly, you know. So you will find a lot of Indians after 45, 50, they are very happy to be going to temples and pilgrimage and ashrams, you know. You take that life. We call it vanaprastham, which is the forest life. So after 50, every human being has to detach. That path is there.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm over 50. So I should really be out in the forest.
No,
thinking.
when we mean forest, it's not actual forest. But to start giving more and to stop only thinking of the self and to also get away from a lot of things like sex and lust and a lot of habits to break and find more meaning for your life.
Ulla, do I have time for a last question?
What's the time is it?
Yeah, there you can.
47. In Sweden, educators has recently discovered the dilemma tales, African dilemma tales,
Okay.
which ends with a question, and you have to choose from 2, 3, 4, 5 answers, and you discuss them. But to us, it's rather foreign to work with questions. But are there traditional forms in Indian storytelling where questions or questioning is connected with the story?
Yeah, and it's a very important form. We have very famous stories for children called Vikram or Baital. And Vikram is a king, Vikramaditya, and Baital is a ghost, And every time this king wants to rule the kingdom well, so he is always thinking what is the right way to rule the people. And the ghost comes and tells him a story and tells him through the story with a question in the end. So when he starts thinking of the question, the ghost disappears. He says, I will come back next week, but be ready with the answer, be ready with the answer. And so all the questions and all the answers, it's only through question answers. And they say that King Vikramaditya was like King Solomon, that he was a very wise king. And so that Vikramaditya's throne is supposed to be the throne of, like the hot seat, the throne for questioning.
Oh, yeah.
So you see, an entire thing in India, actually, the best stories are which has the question and answer.
Thank you very much. We have only heard a little drop of an ocean of stories and wisdom from India.
Okay, thanks so much. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.